Hi, this is Sukriti, and I'm very excited to tell you that the MAMI Film Festival this year, for the first time ever, is going to have a brilliant new section on VR films. It's being led by Shakun Batra, director of Kapoor and Sons. Hi, Shakun.
Hey, how's it going?
So, Shakun, I hear that you're super excited about VR films. What's got you this excited, and why did you want to bring them to MAMI?
You know, I saw them a couple of years back. My friend Imran introduced me to VR, and then it just blew my mind. I remember I was editing Kapoor and Sons, so it wasn't a couple of years back. And I started looking at my rushes, and I was like, this is really boring because it's not immersive. And then I met Anu, and I was like, you know, have you heard about VR films? And then I started kind of giving her all the info on VR. And all the major festivals around the world are now, they all have a VR section. And I was like, well, this is high time that MAMI does it. And we are very, very excited. We've got some great films. We've got some really cool people coming on the panel, and I think it's going to be a fantastic ride for all the VR enthusiasts, and people who don't know about VR should definitely come and check it out because it's going to blow their mind.
Yeah, I hear you guys have set up this all-star panel of VR filmmakers who will be at the festival. So who should we be looking forward to?
Well, we have two very, very exciting VR filmmakers on the panel. One is Gabo Arora, and he's the founder of United Nations Virtual Reality Lab. He's definitely one of the most exciting names in the VR world right now, and he's obviously got an Indian surname, which only makes it more exciting.
Yeah.
He is represented by a company called Within, which was called Verse earlier, which is, in my opinion, probably the best VR company in the world, and is making the most interesting content. He's made 3 VR films which have been showcased and have won many awards at each and every major film festival around the world: Cannes, Sundance, Tribeca, and I'm really excited to have him here. We've been in touch over the email, and I can't wait to just have this guy come and tell us what we can do with storytelling in the virtual reality, And we have Anand, Gandhi, who's been doing VR for the last 4 years. He did Ship of Thesis, and then he disappeared, and everyone's like, where's this guy? And he was really, traveling and investing in virtual reality, which was really exciting, because now that I see all the stuff he's been doing, it was an amazing, progressive thing to do, is to do that film and then invest in virtual reality. And Anand will be on the panel discussion. He's actually one of the few Indian filmmakers who's now completely going in the VR direction, and I think it's really exciting because it basically also encourages a lot of other filmmakers to know that this is possible here. And even in technology, you don't need something crazy. You can really do this.
Yeah, that sounds so promising. I'm so excited to have both of them at the festival. The festival this year will be showcasing films from both Gabo Arora and Anand Gandhi. From Gabo, we have In My Mother's Wings, Waves of Grace, and the excellent Clouds Over Sidra.
Yeah.
And from Anand Gandhi, we're getting 2 documentaries, one of which is his eagerly awaited Cost of Coal.
Yes.
What else should people at this festival be really excited to watch?
Well, since it's the first time, what we've done is we've got a few documentaries, got a few fiction stuff, we've got a little bit of animation and CG, and we've got the mega blockbuster Baahubali VR experience, which even I haven't seen yet, but I'm really excited to see it. I mean, it's going to be the first of its kind for the Indian industry to put something at that scale in VR out there.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be premiering at MAMI, so it's going to be very exciting. So we have everything. We have everything from Bollywood to documentary to CG to fiction. And I think in fiction we have a new wave, Invisible Man. A new wave is absolutely fantastic the way it uses sound. Invisible Man is set up in this small room that kind of tells you that you can actually tell a VR story in a contained space. CG really tells you that you can really stretch your imagination with VR. You can really take it to the next level in terms of immersive experience and trippy experience. So you have Bohemian Rhapsody for that. Then we have, in documentaries, we have Cost of Coal. We have Gabo's work, which falls in that category as well.
Jet Lag, I hear, is another film being made in India.
Jet Lag is not a documentary, but it's actually been shot in Bombay, and I really like it. The opening shots got the Bombay city,
cool,
and it's beautiful. It's like rigged at the back of a taxi, and you look around and see all these Bombay buildings going by, and I loved it. And I thought that was nice. And we've got some interactive VR. We've got Notes on Blindness, which actually did the rounds again of all the cool festivals.
So how is it interactive?
Well, Notes on Blindness was actually an Emmy award-winning shot, and it's a follow-up from there. It basically puts you in the head of John Hull, who, after losing his sight, started making recordings on what it feels like to be blind. So you are in a VR space where you hear his recordings and you try and experience what it must have felt like to be blind. And I think you can go into different chapters and hear different recordings while kind of imagining what it must have been like. So I think that's amazing. I mean, stuff like that you can't really do in traditional cinema, and that's why I think VR is really the next step. It's not a substitute for films, but it's definitely a newer platform to tell stories.
Well, thanks so much, Shakun, and I hope everyone's really excited to come to the MAMI VR section of the festival and put on a headset and watch all these great films.
Yes, it's going to be a fantastic experience. Please come and immerse yourself in this absolutely new way of storytelling.
For more information on virtual reality films and everything else related to films, subscribe now to Film Companion. Just hit that button below.